Hi, my name is Cartor Xiong, and this is my PowerPoint presentation for Peachtree Case B. What is the nominal expected rate of return and effective annual rate? The nominal rate can be calculated by the par value times the cumulative dividend percentage divided by the current stock price. Therefore, the nominal rate of return that I got was 9%, and the effective annual rate was 9.31%. What is the current value per share? By using Excel and running the calculations given to us, I found the current value to be $104.41. What was TECO's expected rate of return at the beginning of 1992? From the information given to us, we know the 5-year dividend growth rate is 6% indefinitely, and the stock is trading at $22.26. At the start of 1992, dividends were $1.80. Expected rate of return of a growth stock is calculated by D1 divided by P0 plus G. Therefore, the dividend divided by the price, the current stock price, and plus the growth will give us our expected rate of return. Therefore, I calculated it to be 14.09%. What was expected dividend yield and capital gains yield for January 1st, 1992? Expected dividend yield is D1 divided by P0. Therefore, the dividend divided by the stock price of $22.26 gives us a percentage of 8.09%. The expected capital gains yield is P1 minus P0 divided by P0, which is the ending price minus the beginning price divided by the beginning price, which gives us a percentage of 6%. What is the relationship between a dividend yield and capital gains yield over time under the constant growth assumption? They both are highly correlated and directly related to each other. Both remain constant, both are profit for the investor, and adding both together will also give you your total return or your profit. What conditions must hold for a constant growth model to be useful? Dividends grow at a constant rate forever. Dividend yields remain constant. Stock prices are expected to grow in the future. And capital gains must remain constant as well and must be equal to G, which is the growth rate. Do real-world stocks satisfy the constant growth assumption? Under real-world conditions, it can be affected by political and economical factors, regulations from the government, and companies' earnings. Large cap companies are best suited for the constant growth assumption because they can retain and reinvest their earnings, and they have a higher earnings overall compared to smaller cap companies. What is the value of TECO stock if required rate of return is 13.5% on January 1st, 1992? By plugging in the numbers in Excel, I found the value of TECO stocks for January 1st, 1992 to be $28.56. What is the expected stock price at the end of 1992, assuming that the stock is in equilibrium? Again, by changing the year and shifting it ahead to 1993 instead of 1992, I found that the expected stock price was $30.62. What is the expected stock price at the end of 1993? Again, by shifting the year to 1994, I found the stock price for TECO to be $32.84. What is the expected dividend yield, capital gains yield, and total return for 1992? By using the stock price we calculated in January 1992, which was $28.56, we can find the percentages. The dividend yield, therefore, is the 1.8 divided by 28.56, which gives us a percentage of 6.3%. Capital gains, therefore, is 7.21%, and total returns is adding both the dividend yields and the capital gains, which give us a 13.51%. The TECO dividend remained constant for 5 years and then grew at constant 6%, with the required rate of 13.5%. Would TECO stock be higher or lower compared to your previous answers? When running the calculation in Excel, when dividends remain constant for 5 years, you can see that the value decreases. It lowers from $28.56 to $18.80, which is a decrease of $9.76 per share. Using the growth rate given in the introduction, what is the stock expected rate of return? We can find the expected rate of return by finding R in the equation of P0 equal D1 divided by R minus G. Therefore, we plug in the numbers that we calculated earlier and solve for R. For R, I found it to be 14.08%, so therefore the expected rate of return should be 14.08%. Based on the value line tables, is the assumed 6% growth rate reasonable? By running the calculation in Excel, I found the average growth for earnings per share and dividends was 3.9% and 7.96%. Therefore, I took an average of the two and found it to be 5.93%, which is relatively close to the 6% given in the equation. Therefore, I find it reasonable that the 6% is a good fit. With the given ROE and estimates for 1995 to 1997, can we use these figures to find long-term sustainable growth rates? And does it support the 7.5% given in the problem? By running the calculations and using the formula G equals BR equals the retention rate times the ROE. Most of the information was already given in the value line tables, but however the retention ratio you have to find yourself. So therefore, the retention ratio is 1 minus the dividends per share divided by our earnings per share. So therefore, I got a retention ratio of 31.8%. And then you would take the retention ratio and you times it against the ROE, which is given in the introduction of 16%. So therefore, 16% times 31.8% give us a percentage of 5.09%, which should be the long-term growth rate. Therefore, it does not support the 7.5%. Thank you, and that's the end of my presentation.